YouTube, you could check out my rare diagnosis visit. That's going to replace my regular spiel about the grand final starting for over $200. Let's hop into the grand finals of the Meta Weekly. Bahu versus Ryu Zane. If you watch me on Twitch, you also are eligible for $10 giveaways for free just for following the channel. Let's get into it.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Ryu Zane at the top, Bahu at the bottom. Bahu is playing Yosenju. Grand Finals Yosenju, you up, mate? And Ryu Zane at the top playing Onomats. Onomats have become the best deck in the game. So we go to the tier list. It is the sole tier 1 deck. Why? Because of Rhino Bus. Rhino Bus is not even new, but the Exa Beetle is new. And that's how you summon the Rhino Bus. You make a rank 6, then you make the Rhino Bus. Of course, I'm not coaching right now. That's probably just what he's planning on doing already because that's what's made the deck good. Searching for a Gaga win to special summon an additional Gaga. Ooh, Gaga head. Normally, you want to save your Gaga head for a follow-up play. Now, some people are playing more than one Gaga head, so this play is okay. The sister's going to make herself and the Gaga head into a level 6. And we may be seeing the Rhino Boss. Many on-map players have taken out the Bouncer, which was the normal turn 1 play. For now, we're making the boss. There it is. Exa Beetle. We're drawing a card just from exceeding with the Gaga head. We're going to doo-doo draw, discard a doo-doo draw 2. He's hoping to have a back row card to set up with his Rhino Boss turn 1. Now, Exa Beetle without the boss, what's good with it? When this card is exceed someone, you can target a monster in either player's graveyard, equip it to this card. This card will gain attack and defense equal to half of the attack. And then you could also detach material to send one face-up card you control and one card your opponent controls to the graveyard. But if you do that effect, you cannot summon your Rhino Boss. Now, what's so good about Rhino Boss is it has a quick play effect to destroy a monster on your opponent's side of the field with the highest defense, which means it's non-targeting removal. If something can't be targeted, the Rhino Bus will destroy it. MST, we all know MST negates. I believe I made an entire video about it. You activate Tenki to search your deck. The MST negates it. No search, it's as if you've never activated a Tenki at all. Now the problem is you can only activate one Tenki per turn, so if he has another Tenki, he just got counterplayed. He could have 2 other Tenkis and they are not activatable. It would have searched his deck for a Yosenju. We have Kama 1 on summon, activating to summon another Yosenju from the hand. We're going to activate the Rhino Bus now to destroy the Kama 1. Now, why not wait? Kama 1's only activatable to return the Rhino Bus back to the extra deck if you control another Yosenju. But the problem is, because we're non-targeting removal, we don't know if he's going to additionally summon something with a bigger defense like Isna. Isna with bigger defense would have protected the Kama 1 from being destroyed, so he wanted to make sure he get popping right away. Now Isna is going to allow an additional summon. The Kama 2 can attack directly for 900, and then all the Yosenjus leave the field. This is unless he decides to exceed summon. What do you think he's going to make? What do you think he's going to make? A Malevolent Sin. What's great about Malevolent Sin, though, it's other effects. If it deals damage, if it attacks, it's going to become 2,700, so when the Rhino Bus comes back onto the fields, it's going to be bigger than the Rhino. It did cost him both of his Yosenjus, though. The Isna, every single turn, he could have been drawing an additional card. This was a big commitment to this play as the Rhino Bus comes back onto the fields. Onomat play, return an Onomat back into the deck to grab an Onomat card. If he has another Gaga head, now, Gaga head on summon is going to summon up to 2 Gagas from the graveyard. He's going to search for a Mancer instead, because he may have used his one and only Gaga head. You really never know when to go all the way, because if you go for lethal and you deal 2,000 damage alongside trying to do that lethal, you're going to allow them to pick up their deck next turn if they stop your other attack. With a Gaga Mancer on the field, we can Gaga Bull a card. We're going to take... He did have another tanky. The MST negated the first one, preventing him from activating the second one. Now the Mancer is going to activate its effect to special summon a Gaga from the grave. But how is he dealing with the spider? He can only special summon Gaga monsters. He can't make a spider of his own. He makes a Gaga Samurai. Oh, I know. I know how he can deal with it. I can't tell you, though. It would be coaching. It would be cheating. Now, most people know Mancer for being detached to boost up the Gaga Samurai. But you could boost up any Exceed. So he instead boosts up the Rhino Bus, not the Gaga Samurai, which would be a double attack at 2,400. Now we have a 3,100 attack Rhino. Going in, successfully taking out the Malevolent Sin. 1,800 to the face. He has now triggered D-Draw 19 to finish it up. And just like that, Ryu Zane takes the win, risking the D-Draw, goes all the way, and it pays off. You're just going to have to decide to go all in. And you know that you probably will lose if they have a hand trap to stop you, but you still got to do it because you're going to lose if you don't go all in. Good job, Ryu Zane. Turn 1 Automats. Again. That is a big advantage. They get to very consistently with their skill return an Automat to grab an Automat to make their turn 1 Rhino Bus. How unfair. That is how it be, though. We got to deal with it. He is returning to grab a Doo-Doo Glove. He probably has a Doo-Doo Draw. Doo-Doo Draw, discard a Doo-Doo, draw 2. That's pretty good.
That is the correct move.
Well, what do you mean? What's correct? Okay, he just set in. He just set in before activating. You could do that to check for delays from your opponent's hand. Maybe if they have a hand trap that's activatable. You could just set it, then look at the hourglass. That is a legal cheating trick. It's legal. It's cheating. It's an unfair advantage, but we do it. Gaga Coat, special summoning the Doo-Doo Glove from the graveyard. We're going to make a turn 1 rank 4 Exceed, or possibly just not Exceed at all. You don't really have a good turn 1 rank 4 Exceed. Rank 6 is where it's at. You have Bouncer, you have Rhino Bus. How come rank 6 is allowed to have Bouncer and Rhino Bus, but rank 4 doesn't have a good turn 1 Exceed? Let me know in the comments or the chat, what's a good turn 1 rank 4 Exceed? A generic one from the TCG that could come to Duel Links. What is something that we would just summon turn 1 and be happy and feel safe? Not really Roach. Roach is really dependent on hard countering certain decks. Dweller's not even that safe. I want a new card. What's a card we don't have that would be safe?
Shockmaster!
Shockmaster, triple rank 4 Exceed. We're summoning Kama 2, which will additionally summon Kama 3. Baguska, Giant Hand. I forgot what Giant Hand does. Exiton Knight, that could be a good one. Now's the time to additionally summon the Izna. Now, what do all 3 of these Kamas do? This Yosenju will draw a card. This Yosenju will attack directly for half of its attack. And this Yosenju will trigger on another Yosenju dealing battle damage to search your deck for a Yosenju. So we have a potential +2 right here with Izna drawing a card and Kama 3 searching a card. But against triple back row, I don't think so. Should I activate Izna to draw a card? All right, priority has been passed. He will be drawing into a card. Newly drawn, newly set. But with 3 back row, with how popular MST is, probably just going to MST. Book of Moon flipping down the Kama 2, stopping the direct 900 damage attack, which would trigger the Kama 3 to draw to search your deck. And that's pretty much it. If he ends his turn, all of his Exceeds go back to the hand. And by Exceeds, I mean his monsters. And by Exceeds, I'm thinking maybe he should have exceeded. Cosmic Cyclone, take out that back row card. Because he did not exceed, goodbye to the Kama 3, goodbye to the Izna. He really believed that his 900 damage would have went through. Hopefully this does not cost him the duel by not exceeding. Comma 2 stuck on the fields. Oh no, this is not good. Not good for Bahu. Sister off the top of the deck. Searching your deck for a Gaga Bolt. Gaga Bolt can destroy any card in the field. Only during your main phase though. Is it worth destroying that face down card? Gaga Sister going to change the coats and the Sister to level 6. Now with this level 6, we could rank 6 exceed into a Rhino, or we could make an M7 to return a card on the field or graveyard back to the hand. Exabeetle, we're going for that Rhino. Don't worry what the Exabeetle does, it do nothing. Now many people are talking about the piercing damage that Rhino Bus has. Not only does it quick play destroy your opponent's monster with the highest defense, it can also inflict piercing damage. But, in a big but, if you pierce through that defense position monster, something bad may or may not happen. Not coaching, just trying to give good commentary. Grabbing an onomatopoeia. Doo-Doo Glove can actually special summon the onomatopoeia onto the field.
Here comes utopic onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia is here. We now have a rank 4 exceed alongside the Rhino Bus. We can and we will be threatening lethal if we want to. He could have a hand trap, but remember, 2 cards were returned back to the hand. He did not set another card, though. So 2 of the 4 cards could be a hand trap. What could it be? What could it be?
Samurai uses an overlay unit to
Gaga Samurai. Detach a material. Double attack. Attack number 1. He could feel out the hand just on this attack through legally cheating, which I do teach on the non-tournament streams. 1900. This is perfect. This is so perfect. This 1900 is more threatening than the 2600 because it's just enough to not trigger Destiny Draw, which is why he activated Kiteroid to stop the attack. Back to Bahu. Both attacks for the Gaga Sam were done. He's going to hold on to that Kiteroid just to stop the Gaga Samurai, choosing to not attack with the Rhino because it would trigger D-Draw by dealing over 2,000 damage. He picks up his deck and searches for anything. 4 cards in the hand. We know he's got comma 3. We know he's got Isna. What he really needs is comma 1. Comma 1 will return a monster or any face-up card in the field back to the hand. But the Rhino has the quick play effect of destroying whatever he summons. Knowing that the Rhino will destroy, he holds on to his hand. Very interesting. He could have at least tried to draw with Isna by summoning comma 3 into Isna, then draw a card, because the cards go back to the hand the end phase anyway. Gaga Sam detaching for that double attack. He knows the first attack will be dedicated to the Kiteroid. The second attack will deal the 1900 so that the Rhino could go in for lethal without worrying about D-Draw. This is it. This is it. That back row card could be a huge blowout card, but the thing is, when you play against Yosenjus, you have to just go for it. You go for it. Even if you're going to lose, it's a coin flip. It's probably not the blowout card I was expecting. The Mad Lad took 1900 damage. Why? Why? Why did he take that 19? Why did he not Kiteroid? Book of Moon onto the Rhino. He could have Book of Moon the Gaga Samurai. Then he would have not attacked. Forbidden Lance is going to reduce the Rhino Bus. Rhino Bus reduced to 1800. Not quite lethal. 300 life left. But now you trigger D-Draw. You could have just let your card get Book of Moon. Very interesting. Okay, he really wanted to... There's 2 options. He forces the D-Draw with the Rhino Bus, so I do think it was actually good to Book of Moon the Rhino Bus and not the Gaga Sam, but, you know, maybe should have used Kiteroid on the first attack with Gaga Sam. He really wanted to bait the Rhino into attacking. That's what he wanted. And because of that, now he's got Heart of the Cards. Pick up the deck and search for anything. This is big, but the Rhino will still be able to stop whatever he does. Unless he Heart of the Cards for a card that stops the Rhino, if there even is one. Normal summons the comma 3. activating to additionally summon. The Rhino's not activating. Comma 1 activating to additionally summon. Now, many people believe that he on purpose dropped his life points just to 300 life so he could summon the ultimate, most powerful Exceed in all of Duel Links. You'll see that soon if he has it. Comma 1 activating to return the face-up Rhino Bust back to the extra deck, destroying the Isna before he could draw a card. Is he going for the unstoppable, the most powerful Exceed in all of Duel Links that can only be activated if you're at 1,000 life or lower? He's panicking. Does he want him to summon it? Does he want him to not summon it? Bahu also panicking. Do I summon it and lose both my Yosenjus? It looks like he's doing it. Utopia, which is not the ultimate Exceed. It's what comes on top of Exodia, which is Utopia, not Exodia, but it's pretty much Exodia. Why is it pretty much Exodia? Because it is lethal damage. It's 4,000 attack and can reduce a monster to 0. Non-targeting reduction, going to reduce. Then reduce again. Could have reduced again to become 4,000. 3,500, that is lethal. Pretty much an Exodia play once you're at 1,000 life or lower. Utopia Ray.
You are going to give up?
Nope. Losing only makes the wins feel more special.
That was an excellent duel. I'm looking forward to a rematch.
Very good.
I'll set a card.
3 duels,
Is the correct
3 turn ones. Konami, are you okay with this? Or are you just going to throw your arms up in there and be like, Duel Links ain't a 2 out of 3 game? What are you talking about? That's not a problem. That's totally fine.
I got code.
Doo-doo draw, discard the Doo-doo glove, draw 2.
Effect active.
Come forth, Gaga Coat. Coat summon the Doo-doo glove.
Go, go, glove. Join me. I'll set a card.
This is not a rerun of the duel. This is just exactly what he did game 2.
is the correct move?
Okay.
I end
Again, no rank 6 Exceed. What will you do? We have a newly set, double set. I believe he only set 1 card last time. Do we have a big Yosenju play, or is our hand full of hand traps? Well, we're going to see none of that.
Wise.
And we're going to Mystical Space Typhoon, destroy a back row card. Now, didn't he have Cosmic Cyclone in the previous duel? Is he using MST and Cosmic Cyclone? How does that work? Do you play Cosmic on top of 3 MST? Taking out the Sword Sting, a very good card. It will return up to 2 face-up cards on the field back to the hand by revealing 2 Yosenjus. We also have to be incredibly wary of the 2,000 damage restriction of Destiny Draw. If he inflicts 2,000 damage, that's it. Pick up the deck, search for anything. So you can't slowly whittle them down. You have to play around everything. Normal summoning another coat.
I exceed
We are exceeded. Exceeding into a Gaga Samurai. Gaga Samurai will be able to double attack at 1900, but you're only going to want its first attack to go through because that will be perfect for not setting off D-Draw, leaving him at 2100 life, and then after you deal that 1900 without triggering D-Draw, you only attack with 2100 attack or higher monsters. Now double attackable. Gaga Coke gonna special summon the Doo-Doo Glove from the grave. Are we expecting another rank 4 Exceed? Maybe something that's 2100 attack or higher. He could lose everything to that back row card. The chat's spamming what they think it could be. They think it's a Drowning Mirror Force. One of the biggest blowout cards in Duel Links. It would return the entire field of monsters back to the deck. Now to trigger it would need a direct attack. You direct attack, then all attack positions, you could say goodbye.
Yeah! I exceed summon a monster.
Get exceeded. Number 70, Malevolent Sin. We are battling. 1900, he just needs one of these 2 attacks to go through. That's it. 1900, that was the most deadly attack you could do, as we can now follow up with the Malevolent Sin. Malevolent Sin, 2400 to the face.
Get set to get decked. Take
He has to stop this. There's no way. Book of Moon. Book of Moon flipping down the Malevolent Sin. But is he going to Forbidden Lance? If he does, then that would trigger D-Draw. He would also then need his Gaga Sam to go through to finish him. A good turn for Ryu Zane, I'd say.
I summon a monster in attack position.
Now, we're going to start activating the Yosenjus. Yosenju, comma 1, that's the one that will return a face-up card in the field back to the hand. You could say goodbye to the Gaga Sam, additionally summoning an Izuna. With the summon of Izuna, you know that is the end of additionally summoning. By Book of Mooning the comma 1, he stops two big things. He will not return a card on the field back to the hand. He will not draw an additional card. And number 3, the comma 1's now stuck on the fields. Comma 1 being stuck on the field means that cards like Sword Sting cannot be activated. Only if you control no monsters can you activate your Sword Sting to return up to 2 cards on the field back to the hand. Flipping up the Malevolent Sin. Malevolent Sin does have the ability to temporarily banish the comma 1 to open up the fields for lethal. But the Gaga Sam could possibly do that on its own.
Our strengths combine into one.
Combine our strengths as we cheat. Returning a card to grab a Gaga Coat. Not grabbing a Sister. How dare you? Sister on summon could search for a bolt. You could then bolt the back row, bolt the monster. How dare you betray the Sister? Gaga Code special summoning. There's been no coaching whatsoever. We're activating Malevolent Sin. We're going to temporarily banish the comma 1. You would not do this unless you know that you have lethal this turn. This is incredibly risky because now the comma 1's going to come back next turn. You had lethal with the comma 1 still being on the field and you could have got rid of it, but now it's coming back. But it could only come back if there's another turn. He is looking to end the duel on this turn. Will he be severely disappointed as he swings into a giant, a massive Drowning Mirror Force?
Sure thing.
Not a Drowning Mirror Force. Not a Drowning Mirror Force.
This direct attack.
Not a Drowning Mirror Force. That delay. That delay. He would have flipped it up. He would have flipped it up. There's no way it's a Drowning Mirror Force. Everyone thought it was. He's excited. He's clapping. He's bringing his whole family into the room. No, he is not. He's crying. He kite roids to stop the direct attack of the Malevolent Sin. Malevolent Sin going to become 2,700, going in for 1,800. That's going to trigger D-Draw. Are you sure you want to do that? Can't take it back now. He does take it. 1,800. Destiny Draw has been activated. He will search if there's another turn. Gaga Sam, attack number 1. He's got one more attack right after this. Book of Moon stopping the double attack. What I said about playing it against Yosenju is you just have to go for it. Oh no! Forbidden Lance is going to protect the Gaga Sam. Gaga Sam going in with a double attack. He's going to stop the first attack with Kite Roid, but he has another attack. I cannot believe this worked. He went all in, triggered the D-Draw. All the way, double attack, banish with a Malevolent Sin. There was so much riding on that play. He was going to pick up his deck and search for anything. The comma 1 would have came back onto the field. He definitely would have lost if he would not have won that turn. Holy moly. Ryu, send Yosenju's back. Meta Weekly every single week, bro. Thank you for following, subscribing, or joining on Twitch, or joining on YouTube to join these events, or be a part of the Discord for the largest, most active Discord for events, discussions, and help. Let's get to the full deck type breakdown. What is going on? Konami, did you really intend for this to happen? This was so accidental. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe what Konami did. How did Konami do this? Freaking Onomats were not tier 1. Then they became tier 1 because of one card. Because of one card. What's that one card? An Inzektor card. Konami accidentally released the best card of the new box as a rare. Someone is literally getting fired over this. One Yosenju, one UA, Harpies, Gaia, Shiranui. Let's get to the top deck list. We're going to start with the top 2, then the rest. Bahu, second place. The only Yosenju in the top 32. 20 cards, super clean. And then we got first place, Ryu Zane. 1 Gaga head. Some people are playing 2, even 3. That's crazy. Betraying the sister by playing a treacherous trap hole. And as we were talking about, the Beetle, right here. What does it do? Why did it make Onomat's top tier? It does nothing. It's just an insect. That's it. Because it's a rank 6 insect, you get to detach both materials to just summon this. That's it. You grab a rank 5 or 6 insect Exceed, you detach its materials, then you summon a Rhino Bus. And the Rhino Bus is quick play, destroy a card your opponent controls. That's a monster with the highest defense. Also inflict piercing damage. And apparently that was enough to not only take Bouncer out of the extra deck, but make the deck tier 1. RTT1S with the Plasma Stratos. Double Treacherous. True Nate is banned in this meta. Then we got Umso. Triple Book of Moon. Triple Lance. Did not betray the sister. No Treacherous. Playing double Fiendish Chain. Very good. Triple Gaga head. This build is so weird. I have to play it. And there, 2 sister, no Bouncer. We still betray the Bouncer. Good job, Loliet. Caius. Caius is... Gia, did you like Caius? Caius is one of your favorite cards. Gia loves Caius. What deck did you play Caius in?
Every deck.
You could put Caius in any deck. It's a tech. You just toss it in. Banish anything on the field. Great in Resonators. And then we have Erickson with a Thunder Dragon deck. Fiend Farewell. Battle Destruction will result in you dumping a Chaos Betrayer, which is going to be level 6. Banish a card from the opponent's grave. Turn into a rank 6 Exceed. Make your own Rhino Bus. Very good. Brent with the double sister, no Bouncer. Maximilian K with the traps. Full traps and even more traps in the side deck. Wonderful. Wonderful. Master X with a Fire King deck in the top 16. Looking good. Triple Sphere. Tuning. We originally thought that tuning was going to make a bigger splash than it did on release. We thought that Thunder Dragons would go back to Synchros, but Exceeds are just too good. Yes. Draw, Sense, low level. You lose 1,000 life. Then you get to search your deck for a midfield during the draw phase. That is great. And what else we got here? Simo W. Obelisk on the side. Standard main. Eat My Broccoli. Triple Solemn Scolding Caius. This card's nuts. This card is nuts. Angel 07. The effects of effect monsters cannot be activated. That's it. Boom. Moving on. I want to play that in the main deck. Double Doom Cow. Are we bringing Solemn Scolding back? Is that the new best way to play the deck? Because Harpy players are not happy about that. Lore Roma. Triple Gaga head. The triple head is coming. Triple head double sister. Now throw in a freaking child and you got a party. And then we saw the top 2 just like that. That is the full tourney. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support. Download, like, subscribe, comment, follow, join, chain email to your grandmother. Good night, good morning, good evening. Fools.